All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Oshi Season 3, Episode 9.
Oh my god!
Boy.
Yo!
Boy.
We got a movie being made. We got Hikaru having killed the actress.
Prospective lead.
Yeah. Who's going to play Ai.
Uh-huh.
And then offered up like almost in adoration to Ai, this is for you, Ai, yeah.
Hey.
Oh, well, love it. Yeah, no, it's gross.
So, Ruby doesn't think of Aqua as family anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, the movie is just, thing that's happening, right?
It's going full steam ahead, except maybe you might need to find a new lead.
We might need to find a new lead.
Which sounds like a very specific person might be
how complicated that
perfect for that.
Yeah. Interesting. But then also, the fact that your other prospective lead died, even if it's ruled an accident, a terrible accident, that's gonna set the tone, I think, for this production.
Yes.
And maybe will be something you can then, point to in hindsight and be like, hey.
Yeah, it might slow down the story a little bit because it does seem like with the recent developments here, we're rocketing towards the end of Oshinoko.
Yep.
Now, I don't think this season is going to be the end of the show.
No, I'm guessing next season.
I'm guessing we're going to get at least
a whole season for the movie.
Probably a full season for everything there. But what this season holds, besides early production and just assembling all the necessary components for a movie, because it does take a lot in order to get a movie actually going.
Yep.
There's a lot of people involved in that regard.
And there's a lot of time before the movie actually gets released to the public, right?
Yes.
Even with all the shooting and all that stuff.
Editing and post-production is a long time.
Yeah.
So we might still be headed for another time skip at some point.
I would not be surprised.
I would not be surprised either.
Maybe even two.
Yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yep, producer is always first. Not always, but most of the time. And that's the bare minimum in Japan, probably.
Right.
There you go.
Too much heat?
Yeah, we put our
bait out.
Yeah. Bait out, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, he's not bankrolled by one in particular. That's a yes.
Definitely not.
There's some really cool movies actually like that. Right. Yeah, something go wrong?
Right.
Yeah, if he didn't love this. Yeah, I'm doing all the early work here so that you can then fly.
Ah! You're really never safe, Caleb. Machine gun, obviously. Oh, meteorite.
That actually, even better.
100%. It's the coolest and the fastest. Yeah.
Yep. No! Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
They are?
No, they're completely fine. But it has nothing to do with that. Oh my goodness. No, it's the logical thing of you be afraid, but you be alive, That's cute.
Oh boy. I didn't say anything. I rescind everything that I said.
You should have shut up.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, isn't that something? Yeah, Memcho. I benefit from this, absolutely, yes. Yes, yes, please. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
He's like, I'm going to walk the path of blood.
Right.
I love Memcho.
Yeah.
I love Memcho.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I got chills. That was crazy. He literally hit the Keikaku Dori! Holy shit!
Alright.
You again?
What? Okay. Listen.
You can't keep doing that.
Yeah.
You can't keep doing that. Whoa. Yeah.
So they're
That's
being
kind of
upfront
saying
about that.
I'm...
Yeah.
I
don't know. I guess she's the most popular.
Yeah.
What about Akane?
Yeah. I feel like she'd make a good...
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, get Ruby.
That.
And she's a big name right now.
Uh-huh. Oh. Why should I make up with him ever? Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
this
shit.
This isn't your place to This isn't your place to step into. Damn.
Oh no.
Huh.
Yeah, right.
She's literally channeling I right now. Yeah, like Jesus, like right there, yeah.
Oh shit.
It's perfect.
Yep. Damn.
Oh. Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
なぜ15歳のアクアとルビーに当てたのか。なぜ DVD を2枚に分けたのか。
Yeah, 15 years, it's a very specific amount of time.
だけど俺は
Oh man.
愛役に
Yeah.
星の
Tell
ルビ
him.
ーを押したいと思ってる。
Was this part of the plan?
It makes
Aqua?
perfect sense.
No, it does, but like, was this part of his plan?
Maybe.
どこかで演技学んでたの？
一応事務所に何度かレッスン受けさせられてました。何の審査だったんだろう。
She has no idea.
Oh my god.
Oh, dang. He's like, now I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
彼女を起用すれば愛の解像度も上がって作品としての意義も。
そういう話じゃないでしょ。作品の質とか意義とかね、一番大事なのは出資してくれた会社に借りたか。
But Ruby, she might not be as popular.
知らぬいフリルの第一候補は譲れない。
冠城 P の言っていることは正しい。
Wow, yeah.
業界にはよその内部事情にやたら詳しい人たちがいて、それを話のネタにタレントとつながりを保とうとする人も多い。ねえ、クレープ食べて帰らない？
あ、いいね。
Oh
そしたら
shit.
みなみにも。
ルビー、今日は内緒のお話。
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Uh-huh. Let's talk about it.
Uh-huh.
じゃあ私とフリルちゃんでオーディションするってこと？
それは無理だよ。
No.
オーディションが発生するのは脇役のキャスティングのみ。大人の人は私みたいなのを同時に
Uh-huh. Right.
断られて初めて次の候補の交渉に移る。
It might really make it take a long time.
つまり面接官は私。
Yeah.
有名タレントに対してオーディションなんて失礼千万。って
Well,
制作側も事務所側も考
I mean, maybe that's how it is
In Japan.
in Japan, but it depends on how big of a star you're talking about. Like,
Yeah. Right.
役者は実力で選ばれるべき。そう思わない？
yeah.
Is she gonna turn down the role?
私たちが勝手にやる分にはどう？
What if
Oh
we
shit.
did this? Just the two of us.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right. All right.
言うならば個人間オーディション。
Wait, that's
That sounds
exciting. But you don't know necessarily what they're looking for exactly.
こういう公民館って使用料が意味わからんくらい安いんだよね。
いくら？
2時間200円。
Huh?
What?
That's nothing.
That.
国民の血税が大量に使われた行政の箱物だからね。ありがたく使わせてもらおうね。
高額納税者。
Holy shit.
That's nothing.
お待たせ。
Hey.
あかねちゃん。
Hey.
I like it.
主演候補。
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been surprised if she wasn't like brought in like
Yep.
最近破局宣言出たばっかりだし。でも仮にも一度は姉と呼んだか。
Hey, you're both frustrated with Aqua right now, so
放っておけば白縫さんにオファーが来るでしょ。こんな引っかき回すようなことをするのは何か裏があるからでしょ。
うん、まあ裏あるよ。ちょっとはね。でも今回個人間オーディションをしようと思ったのは
is as I
ただ単に
stated.
私が気持ちよく仕事をしたいか
Ah,
You're right.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
そういう感じなら私帰る。
相方はアクアさんだよ。
アクア
Oh
オーディション
shit.
って言うけど
Yeah, Aqua is cast as the antagonist, yeah.
台本もらってないから役って言われてもわからない。私ももらってない。
Yeah. She's the one who has it.
じゃあなんとなく私がテーマを決めるからそれに応じてエチュードする感じでどう？テーマは嘘つき。
Perfect.
They all will have plenty to say about that.
最近は誰も信じてくれなくなったな。みんなに構ってほしいな。どうしたらいいんだろう。
Whoa.
すると猟銃を持った男衆が村中から集まってきて、狼少年はまたこっぴどくしか。
And scene. Yep.
小話。
コメディエンヌ適性がうっかりにじみ出た。みんなは別にオチなんてつけなくていいよ。自由にやって。
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
so yeah, I can act.
Yeah. Yeah.
でも私にしか出せない魅力があると思うので、 そのあたりも感情に入れてほしいかな。
Yeah, kind
う
of
まければいい役者という。
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's filling the vision of the
Yeah.
character that the director wants, but
もしこれが普通のオーディションだったらルビーちゃんは勝てない。それでも彼女がここにいる理由、この役は
oh, Akane, you're smart.
ルビーにとって嘘とはどういうもの？
Greed and passion. Oh boy.
The movie
Okay.
is well underway.
Yeah.
Aqua has set things fully into motion, and
has indeed.
all according to cake.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He even said the line.
He said the line itself.
Damn.
So now the movie goes full steam ahead with early kind of establishing of all the pieces needed in order to start actually, shooting and spending money here.
Right.
So they've got everything basically but the full, not just like the distribution side of things, but they've got like a more like risky angle on that, and that might be something that has to take a little bit of a backseat depending on how things go here. But they didn't really go too much into detail with all of it, so that might not even be something that the conflict focuses on until a later, season.
Right.
Really.
But the whole deal with the previous planned lead being now dead, that's something that their own agency is very much keeping under wraps. It's just MIA for right now, right? Okay, cool.
And we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on. So they move on to Shiranui. Cool. All right. I like that. Her presence in the story was always one where I was like, okay, she holds the position of like the super popular person at the school, but the story hadn't really been using her. So I'm like, what's the deal there? Well, saving her for here. Cool. And so now it's the whole thing of who gets the lead role, right? Because she's the person that would most make sense from a production standpoint. And yeah, who cares if your movie's good if it doesn't make money, because then
it doesn't matter. It was a failure.
It doesn't matter. It was a failure, right? And
well, not only that, like then where does that money come from? You guys then probably have to fork it up in some way. There's probably some contractual things that protect the actual filmmakers and stuff from the investors coming after them for the money that they didn't get, because that's part of the point of them pitching it to the investors. You're not guaranteed money from this.
Right.
But then it means that if you fail at making the movie here, when you then go to pitch another movie later,
you probably won't get it.
You probably won't get it because you remember when you screwed up this movie here? Like, I can think of movies off the top of my head right now where they had like $300 million budgets and they made nothing. And these movies were also awful. But they were those big bloated mess of awful where there was a lot of effort to make certain parts of the movie look really good.
Yep. Because at the end of the day, right, if you're able to keep doing the thing, then the quality will improve over time, right? Like, it's at a bigger scale, but it very much feels to me like the person who's wanting to do their artistic thing, but they can't actually make money from it, and so they don't get an excuse and a reason to keep practicing in that full-time job kind of way.
Right.
And so then they're kind of dead in the water. Yeah. Even if they have the ability to make great stuff, if they can't monetize it, well, you're still going to have to make sure that the bills are being paid or whatever.
Well, then you end up living with your mother and you have no real work to show for your last, 10 years or something of being a director.
And if you don't, then you're just spending way less time on this thing. And so then you're not going to be competitive from the skill set perspective, even if you started out in a great place.
Yes.
Because everyone else is, putting in whatever crazy work they're doing.
They have hours that they've actually got under their belt right now. Yeah.
And so this is a fun thing to see get brought up in an anime.
Yeah.
Because the perspective that I usually think of it from is from the standpoint of like books and things, right? And it's the, how did this book get published? And it's like, no. Who cares if the book is trash? It got published. That means the author gets to keep making books.
Yep.
There you go. Maybe the next one will be better,
Yeah.
It's kind of simple when you think about it like that. And
well, another thing that I think is the point that you're trying to bring up that I can simplify a little bit better is that when people are looking at art, they are not thinking about the fact that the artist needs to eat.
Right.
And if the artist doesn't eat, it doesn't matter if your art is great. You will die. You will not be able to go about and do more art stuff. And I don't care how amazing they were kind of regarded posthumously.
Right.
A dead artist is not making any more art. So if you are going to make art, have it be made in such a way that it then gives you the ability to make more art.
Right.
And we live in a world of money. We live in a world of currency. If you're not getting any from your art, you're doing something wrong.
Right.
Like, legitimately, you're doing something wrong. Because there's going to be a point when you have this great thing that you're doing, and you're basically like giving it away because you've set yourself up in such a way where the money issue doesn't have to come from an art, from your art. But when you think about that for the people that are outside of this world of art, that's so incredibly rare. And in some ways, actually, like, kind of like a bad thing to do to represent that as like a hopeful thing to do for the artist and stuff.
Oh no, yeah, that
because it's
absolutely
like
gets the
it's like no, you can't do your art right now because it wouldn't be genuine. You should go make your evil money over here, and then you'll be good enough to then do your art in a way where, because you won't need the money at that point, the art will be true. It will be good. And no, that's a whole load of bullshit.
Anyone can find issues with art that is commercially successful. But just because your art isn't commercially successful and maybe has a lot of merit to it, doesn't mean that there aren't also things that maybe are the reason why it wasn't commercially successful in the first place, right? The reasons why, when you pitched it to somebody, they actually didn't want it, right? And so, when you look at it from that angle, taking the quality of this will make money, because that is a legitimate quality.
It is, yeah.
Absolutely bank on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, we know that Ruby is probably going to get the role from the meta angle, if that's the most disastrous way that this can go. And
I don't
probably
think so
happen.
necessarily.
Yeah?
I think that there's a very real chance that Akane gets it.
I think so too.
And I think that it's likely that Ruby gets it. But I think it's
Sure.
more just likely that right now that Shiranui Frill does not get it.
Right.
Because she's doing this specifically.
Yeah.
So she's saying, I'm interviewing them so that we have the setup so that she can then say, I don't want the role.
Exactly. She'll still take the supporting role in the project and all that
I
stuff.
don't know. Maybe not then,
Maybe.
Because then you end up having a more popular actress that then you're needing to market around not showing as much, That could be its own kind of weird thing where it's like,
Maybe.
Why would we, show her in the marketing and stuff, but then also she's not the main role? Like, weird. Anyhow, I don't know specifically, but I want to go out on a limb and say that Shiranui Frill is 100% not getting the role
Correct.
of
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. And it is a real toss-up, even though I definitely lean Ruby as well. But I think it's like 65-35, maybe like 60-40 towards Ruby.
Yeah,
Like,
Akane would also be fantastic for it. But
Akane would be perfect.
Akane would be...
I don't even understand why they look at Shiranui Frill versus Ruby. For me, it's not...
Well,
I understand Ruby from the social phenomenon perspective, but girl is not a trained actress. Like, the fact that she can act, I feel like is a... That's the side of Gotanda's, like, childhood, like, or childish kind of mindset there.
Okay. Shiranui Frill, we don't actually know how popular she is.
We know what they've told us.
We know what they've told us, and that it's to the point where, because it is at least substantial, even if not like, it might be still in the same stratosphere, but like
she's A-list,
but she's solidly A-list.
Yeah,
that it doesn't matter, right?
She doesn't audition.
Yeah. Ruby being there would be entirely because she is very much in the public awareness right now. And two, if it's a movie about Ai, you get Ai's actual daughter to play Ai. That will definitely give you some kind of X factor that very much could turn into actual dollars rather than just, artiste,
But that would
whatever.
be the main and like only reason, because she's not an actress. I am almost kind of a little bit like bummed that they gave it would be actually like easy if she couldn't act. I'm like, I would love to see her acting, and that's why I'm really glad we're getting this Shiranui, Akane, and Ruby scene here, because I want to see what her acting could be. Because I feel like it's more like Aqua, where she has a bit that she could do if she's channeling that specific emotion. But in the same breath, she could also just fumble it really badly.
Well, and that's where, with regards to the audition that she already did, I don't necessarily see it. But, like Aqua, yes, it's we're going to, due to conventions of storytelling and all that stuff, because it's poetry and all that goodness, she's going to have that perfect opportunity to act when she can't normally really act. Like not in a way that would actually compete.
Yeah.
And so, what does lying mean to you? Well, it means something a lot to her right this minute.
Well, let's go into that, because that's such a cool character thing to explore with Ruby here. In some ways, that's what I want to talk about the majority of this discussion here, is that, like, lying to Ruby has been her very, like, life.
Yeah.
In a way, it's very similar to Aqua in that lying is everything.
It very much feels like the dish it but can't take it kind of a thing where
Well, I was
which
gonna
is
say,
reductive for sure.
I was
but,
gonna
you know.
say not that, but like it's the no. I've become it. I have become the 15-year-old lie.
Right.
That's literally the name of the pitch or the movie.
Yep.
Right, as of right now.
Even though she hasn't seen the script yet.
No,
because
I
that would
know, but
complicate
that's the
things.
point.
Yeah.
That's the point. Is that when she sees it, will it be something of I was made for this. This was meant to be, or will this be the how the fuck
Yeah.
do you get off thinking that this is something you can do
Right.
and monetize
Yeah.
and celebrate or even
Right. Either
like
I was made for this, or I've been made. Like they got me.
Right, this whole
Like,
thing is
I
a
got
gigantic
bamboozled
lie.
and shit. I signed a contract and I haven't.
and
read
that's
the
why in
script,
a
you
lot
know?
of ways I don't think that Ruby will play I specifically is because from her character, even if she lies saying that she's okay with this, I
Yeah,
don't
it's-
think the movie then will be some transcendent piece of art.
No.
then. But I could be wrong in that when Aqua acted in scenes like he had
Yeah.
in the earlier parts of the show,
Yep.
where he channeled that darkness, that part of him, we saw something. And
Yes.
so if Ruby has her own equivalent, I'm more just scared for what it will mean for her as a character. Like,
Well, and
and with the subject matter as it is,
yep.
oh my god.
Well, and there's something about this. So, if whoever gets the lead role, do we think they're gonna die? Like actually die?
No.
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 Okay.
100%. I think
All
I
right.
think that at this point, the only people that are 100% dying are Hikaru and Aqua. There is nobody else
Okay.
that is slated for death right now.
Okay. All right.
I would say that if anything, the part that's more likely is that the movie never actually gets released. It's the idea that the movie is this gigantic trap. It is this gigantic
Yes,
bait
absolutely.
for Hikaru. So he can't help but be lured as a predator into the very juicy,
Oh yes.
to be predated upon.
Yeah.
Yes, thing that it is.
Right.
And if then that's what it is, then the movie in some ways has a very real chance of being dead in the water, and that's why Aqua's basically willing to burn it all here, is that it's all my relationships, all the people, everything I'm doing here, I will make sure he dies here.
Well, and that's
even if I have to do it myself, I will then let myself get put away,
Right.
for life in order to do it.
Well, and that's where one of the things that has me curious is Aqua saying the Keikakudori, right?
Yeah.
There's already been upsets in the
plan.
plan in that Hikaru killed the previous lead that they were going after.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Okay.
That is not regarding his plan. What he's talking about plan-wise is that the movie itself is actually going to become something larger than just a movie.
Right.
And that kind of stuff there is why Gotanda is the one doing this. That's why all these people that are involved in the process are from people that he's connected with.
Totally. But the thing that it makes me wonder is that we have the whole idea of him not actually telling Ruby, about the movie or, the pitch or, things like that,
not.
right?
No.
Yeah, because otherwise, she wouldn't do it or she'd cause trouble, right?
She'd cause trouble.
Yeah. And
We
if
need
there-
this thing to have a life of its own before she can do damage to it.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
and that's something that he would have to do regardless if she's just going to be some
course.
hit roll or whatever.
Of course, yeah.
But there was that whole idea of is he also doing this to protect her? Or,
Yes.
right, which I think
Yes.
he is doing.
Because it's not just a protection thing. It's I will burn. I will just go and do what I
Right.
need to do. Nobody else needs to basically have any blood on their hands, basically.
Uh-huh.
So I will do that. So that's why it's not a Keikakudori in that the actress. No, none of that
yeah.
stuff has anything to do with it.
Right.
It's the thing of where, cool, Ruby hates me. Mm-hmm. We are separate.
Yep, so
She's
she'll stay
protected.
away. Yeah, exactly.
And there we go.
Right.
He couldn't have predicted that Shiranui Frill is going to make some kind of statement about
Exactly.
auditions being done a certain way and has a very real chance of accidentally giving Ruby a hint as to what the movie is about.
Sure.
And then potentially ruining that could actually cause some problems here.
Sure.
I think Shiranui Frill's pretty professional, though. So the idea that she's doing it through this improvisational kind of, you make up a theme and then you tell a story with your acting based on that theme, I think works really well because there would be then, from this point, no real reason to show or leak anything script-wise to them.
Yep.
But I do think, though, that we will have the casting revealed by the end of this season.
Yes.
And it'll be a zinger. And it'll probably be where some real drama comes from, because if Shiranui is not going to do this, I could see a very real thing where the movie stalls out a little bit. Because Kaburagi is like, yo, wait a minute, something's off here.
Yeah.
Like,
why
did she do that? Like,
right.
Like, we had basically gotten a full green light. She moved her projects around to try and do this. This does not make sense.
Yeah, it can kind of feel like Cortez burned his ships. And so it's like, well, I guess we have to, like, I've already staked my reputation on this. I was going to pick Frill because she was the best bet, both for the
based
success,
on his connections.
Based on his connections and the success of the film, and also for my future career, right? Where, I'm not going to burn bridges with the other people that invested in this. Oh, all of a sudden that's not happening? Shit. Right? Like,
Yeah.
But what I'm wondering is that it feels like with Aqua's whole play for revenge, the natural disaster is that he isn't actually able to keep people separate from it, right?
Oh, of course.
As he goes to walk the path of blood. Yeah, he'll try, and it will go terribly, right?
No, I think he's going to succeed. I don't think it's something where he's going to keep people completely separate from this.
Sure.
But I think he's going to keep the key people separate from this.
Okay, there will be collateral damage, but it will be,
yeah, but it won't
minimized.
It won't be horrific death. I think it will be more the lines of relationships will be broken pretty irrevocably. Like,
sure,
there's going to be some people that are going to get out of this okay, and they're going to be characters like Ruby,
Kana, hopefully.
Yeah, Kana.
I loved the joke of Kana being like, totally. I could never be romantically interested in you. All of that stuff. Besides, you're also like, dating.
You're dating a Kana.
It's
Actually,
whatever.
We broke up.
Oh, fuck me, I guess.
Like, you could just see Akane just being like, well, just office, gets off the conference table, walks out the window just directly. Oh my god. Yep. I love Kana. I love Kana so much.
Yes.
Having this moment where she's unfortunately falling for Aqua because things are conveniently working out in that way.
And it's,
I get it, Kana.
Yep.
You're enjoying this very specific season, I would say. But just know, like, maybe it has time skipped a little bit, but just a little bit ago, this last year or so, you had been ghosted in the most basic and just uncomfortable of ways.
And it's painfully obvious to everyone around you what is effectively happening, and so...
And he doesn't really,
No.
He doesn't really want you.
Nope.
Like, sure, he cares about you in the most, basic of human care,
Right, but you can do better, girl.
But you can do way better.
And this is one of those things where I'm actually kind of worried, because Memcho, yes, I get it. She's doing better now. But, I think... Don't get too excited, and maybe be that person that can give Kana that helpful, friendly advice.
It's many fish, and he's a pretty big dumbass of a boy,
He's just not that into you.
Yeah.
But,
this makes things way better with Bikumachi.
That's true.
So, hey, that's great. Having that in context while we're also very rapidly moving through things with then, graduation. It's awesome. But then Kana giving the line of, and I'm going to basically be moving on and graduating from Bikumachi eventually. And Ruby kind of seeing that and acknowledging that, no real resistance of the yep, I kind of planned on that, but also it's cool to hear you say it with confidence and with your chest and just all right, cool, I can respect that. But I want Kana to break off of this ship.
And go far away.
Far away. We're headed towards icebergs, and it's
Yes.
not something where the ship is being kindly piloted.
No.
It is being headed
Nope.
towards destruction with malicious intent.
And if there were to be one thing that, since the beginning of the show, I'm like, all right, well, this clearly has to happen eventually at some point, right? It's Aqua and Ruby revealing, or at least one of them revealing, the whole reincarnation thing
To each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Now,
Aqua
reasons
just
for
got a visit from weird ghost girl, whatever she is.
Nah.
I don't know what they're setting up there with that.
I know there was some stuff that I think they gave some pseudo sort of explanation in season 2, but it also feels like any reasonable explanation would be tied to supernatural shit. Yes, I know I just said that sentence. No, thank you.
Yeah. I am sure that it's going to be something more for the end of the series. And probably tied to, in a lot of ways, why their reincarnation is even a thing. So that they can theoretically get their revenge. And in some ways I feel like that's something that, if it's just that, that's basically all I want it to be too.
Sure.
You don't need to go so in depth with it.
Nah.
Because
Just- it's a thing that
we've
happened.
already accepted the premise of the story because
Right.
it happened at the very beginning of
It's the
everything.
premise, yeah.
It's the whole
exactly.
premise. So I don't need it developed or given a
Yeah.
a
Like a-
mechanical here's the diagram.
Yeah, no, we don't need that. I'm just worried because when I think about sharing information as crazy as I was actually reincarnated and all that stuff, that's the kind of thing that I feel like happens as one of them is dying.
Yes.
And it's we literally have fully sundered our relationship as siblings, and so the only other thing that I could theoretically tell you is just
To
that
give you closure.
in my final moments to be
Yeah.
vulnerable, even though I know that it'll sound like a crazy person to you,
Right.
but just to say it for myself is to then say it, and then the other person's like, wait, what the fuck?
Or is the I knew. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I was pretty sure.
Yeah.
But all
Okay.
right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. Get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel, see if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all next time.